You know, we've picked the right days weather-wise for filming all year long except for today. Our first real snowfall, and it's just going to get colder from now until tomorrow. But that's not going to stop us. We've got 2 jobs to do today, and the first one is to plant some garlic. I know that I said a week ago it was the last planting, but we're going to sneak this in. Another garlic fanatic called me up and said they had a variety called Mystery Italian that he had found. Brought me 2 huge bulbs. Look at the size of that thing. One's going to be kept inside for eating, but I'm going to sneak this, as I said, into the garden. And the ground is not frozen yet. It has been warm. Yes, probably by tomorrow, maybe the next day, it might be frozen. Maybe it'll get warmer and we'll still be able to plant, but I had to get this in and sneak this in the ground. And I've got a good bed here. It's filled with compost. We've got probably 6 or 7, 8 cloves to put in, and you've seen me do it before. It's pretty easy. After that, I got to show you something we're going to do to help the birds out, and then we're going to do that last job I talked about. This soil scoop goes right down in there without any problem. I've never planted this late before, but you know what? I got a good feeling about it. All right, I'm going to finish up here and meet me over by the fountain. Planting in December. I'm never going to lose this thing if I leave it in here. Oh, wait a minute. That's where those bean seeds went. Okay. All right, flag up. We'll be talking more this winter about helping the birds. If we help the birds now, they will help us in the spring. And one thing we can do as it gets cold is to put a heater into a bird bath, or in this case, a fountain. This is already frozen. This is plugged in, but eventually in a half hour, that'll melt through, and we'll have a nice little spot here of water that the birds can enjoy and use. All right, off to our big job of the day. Well, it's too early for New Year's resolutions, but I've got to do better with my tomatoes this year. I'm inspired by this beautiful cover of the Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds catalog. That is a tomato called Atomic Grape that I must grow. And as we always talk about, improving the soil is the key to having great plants. Join me for the 20th Annual Manure Run. No, this is not carpool karaoke. We're on our way to get some manure, and whenever we're dealing with animal manure, we need well-aged animal manure, at least 6 months old. Where we're going, I know where they have the older stuff. Fresh stuff will burn plants, also could have E. coli in it. So well-aged animal manure. Now, when we put it on the garden, it's going to sit there for a good 6 months because that's our tomato bed. So no real worries there, but we want the oldest stuff we can find. I love the smell of manure in the morning. It smells like victory. Now, we are importing some weed seeds into our garden, but I'll take that because this manure that we're going to add is going to give us the best tomatoes. All right, we got enough. All right, just time to unload and get it on the garden. That's the fun part. Not really. Not only is this going to add to the fertility, every time it rains, every time the snow melts, it's going to take those nutrients down through the soil, but it's also acting as a mulch to keep our good compost and soil here in place. Probably about 10 more loads and we'll be done. All right, that's it. Feels good. Feels good to know this is going to make a great tomato bed. Let's finish up. Well, I'll tell you what, it's exciting to be out here to plant this late, to get that bed ready. Now check me out online. If you're in panic mode about what to get your favorite gardener, I've got a story there about all my favorite gardening gifts. Until next week, I'm going inside and getting some cocoa. We'll see you then. Can you hear? Oh, and I'm sitting in cans.